All right, ladies and gentlemen, so part number 4. Number 25. A number cube with faces labeled from 1 to 6 was rolled 20 times. Each time the number cube was rolled, the number showing on the top face was recorded. The table shows the results, which means right here, ladies and gentlemen. Based on these results, what is the experimental probability that the next time the number cube is rolled, it will land with a 5 or a 6 showing on the top face? Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, theoretical probability means in a perfect world. Let's say, for example, in a perfect world, if you were to flip a coin 10 times, theoretically it should land on heads 5 times and on tails 5 times, theoretically. But if you were to actually do the experiment or the experimental probability, you more than likely will not get that result. It's either going to land more times on heads, more times on tails, either or. But in a perfect world, it would land 5 times on heads, 5 times on tails. But anyways, here, ladies and gents, so we're focused on the times that it will land on 5 or 6, the probability of it landing on a 5 or 6. So of those 20 times that it was rolled, it landed on 5 3 times and on 6 5 times, for a total of 8 times on a 5 or a 6. So it has an 8/20th chance of landing on 5 or 6. Is that answer choice here? Nope. So we can simplify. We can divide both sides by 2, get 4/10. Is that answer there? Nope, it's not. So let's simplify a little further. And we get 2/5. So you have a 2/5 chance of it landing on a 5 or a 6. And the reason, I know most teachers always tell you guys to simplify, but there have been some situations where the answers weren't in simplest form. The state of Texas expects you all to know that these are all equivalent, okay? Just FYI. All right, so next, ladies and gentlemen, number 26. Russell has a collection of 1,200 pennies. Of these pennies, 25% are dated before 1980. 35% are dated from 1980 to 2000, and the rest are dated from, after 2000. How many pennies in Russell's collection are dated after 2000? So, ladies and gents, 1,200 pennies is 100%. But of those 100%, not all of those are dated after 2000, which are the ones that we're specifically focused on. So here, if you add 25% plus 35%, you get 60%. Which means that 60% of the pennies are not dated after. They're dated before. So if y'all do it as an equation, so the whole, which is 1,200, times a percent, 40%. But when you guys are going to use the equation, don't forget to convert this into a decimal, which is 400ths. And that'll give you the part, which were dated after 2000, which is 480. And if you want to do it as a proportion, that would work as well. We don't know the part, but we do know the whole. And we know that 40% over 100. And you guys cross multiply, and you guys will still get 480. Either way would work. All right, so next, ladies and gentlemen, on number 27, they're telling us that a group of students formed a circle during a game. The circumference of the circle was about 43.96 or 4396 hundredths feet, and the diameter of the circle was 14 feet. Which expression best represents the value of pi? All right, so here, ladies and gents, we know that we're working with a circle. But what specifically of a circle? We're working with the circumference. There's 2 formulas, which could be circumference equals 2 times pi times radius, or circumference equals pi times diameter. Analyzing the question, ladies and gentlemen, they give us the diameter. So here, this formula would be a better suit, or a better fit, may I say. Here, they've already given us the circumference, so I'm going to substitute the value that they gave us, which is 4396 hundredths. And they've also given us the diameter, which is 14, and I'm just going to switch these two around to make it a little more proper. 14 times the diameter. What is the opposite of multiplying a diameter by 14? Dividing it by 14. What I do to one side, I do to both sides. Those equal 1, ladies and gentlemen, and we established that our solution is letter B. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so number 28. They're telling us the model represents an equation. Which what is the solution for this equation? Ladies and gents, the state of Texas expects you all to be able to solve equations using a multimodal approach, so to say. They can give you guys a model like they did here, or they could give you guys algebra tiles as well. They could give you guys different representations of it. They could also give you guys a word problem, or they could just give it to you guys numerically. My suggestion when solving this here is to convert it into a numerical form, so to say. Here, they're positives because it's just 3x. There's 3x's, I'm sorry. So that's right up here so you guys can see it. 3x. And you see how these units, they don't have a negative in front of them, which means that they are positive. So 3x plus 6 is equal to, because a balance beam means that both sides have to be equal, is equal to 9. All right, so here we have a regular two-step equation. Using inverse operations, you subtract 6 from both sides. 3x equals 3. Divide both sides by 3, ladies and gentlemen. We establish that x is equal to 1. You guys can always double check your answers if you all need to, okay? All right, so number 29, ladies and gentlemen. They're telling us that the table shows Peter's net worth statement. Assets are shown as positive numbers and liabilities are shown as negative numbers. The value of Peter's house is not given. You see how it's missing there? Peter's net worth is $101,800. Based on the information in the table, what is the current value of Peter's house? Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, assets are things that you own. Liabilities are things that you owe. All right, so here, assets are shown as positives and liabilities are shown as negatives. So here, if y'all remember the formula for net worth statement is assets minus liabilities equals your net worth, okay? So here, ladies and gentlemen, add up all your assets. In this case, it is 23,500, or if you add up all the positives, minus the liabilities, which in this case, he has a total of $19,700, which leaves him with the remaining assets of $3,800. But this plus this has to equal $101,800. So you would subtract his total net worth, or I'm sorry, his net worth, which is $101,800, minus what he has over here, remaining after his liabilities are deducted, and y'all will establish that his house is worth $98,000. And then you guys could double check. You guys could add this asset plus that asset, and it should give you guys that right there, okay? So yeah. So this question here, ladies and gentlemen, is what is the value of the expression -9 times 2 2/10, or -9 times 2.2? Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you guys are multiplying, that's -9, okay? But I'll set this up right here. Whenever you guys are multiplying decimals, you guys do not need to line them up. Sorry. However, you must account for the place values. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry over my 1. 9 times 2 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. 1 place value there. 1 place value there. So 19 and 8/10. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that it was -9. Whenever you all multiply or divide a negative by a positive, your answer is negative. So it's -19 and 8/10, okay? Hopefully this helps you guys out, ladies and gentlemen.